Oh, is that the live?
Just me. Yeah. Well, it's live for now. So
Yeah.
should be good. It'll catch up to you.
Okay. Hi, everybody. It's Cathy. We are, yeah, fortunately and unfortunately, I have my tech guy home from college, so we're playing with some new streaming so I can do it on YouTube and not just be on just a Facebook page. So so we can get into this. So this is kind of total trial. So thanks for being here. I want to show you what's in my kitchen. I'm going to say hello in the chat just to play around with that. So if you're here, say hello, because I'm playing with a new format here so that we can literally go from me to, let me push a button, to another camera so that I can do things on the counter as well. So that's what I'm kind of playing with. So I'm just going live to play around with this. Also the sourdough update, and also just to show you a little bit more what I do in my kitchen. I'm going to be doing more classes and just some demos and just having some fun. So what I'd like to know is, and what I'll put in the chat is too, what are you cooking these days? What are you having fun with? What are you learning? What are you up to? And what I'm going to do is go ahead and start with the different things that I play with my kitchen, play with in my kitchen. I almost want to say I do more than cook. I play. I play with making homemade cereal. I play with kefir, water kefir grains, both the brown and the white, to make probiotic sodas. Let me transition over here. I play with chaga. So this is a piece of chaga right off a birch tree near my home. I make my own chaga, which has super high antioxidants. I play with kombucha. This is one kombucha I just started, and it's just starting to get fizzy, and I see the bubbles. And I have another kombucha there as well. And I also have my sourdough that, if anyone has joined the sourdough challenge, this is kind of what I'm doing right now and why I've started to go live every day. And we're, like I said, we're playing around with a new format. So if you're there and can say something, go ahead so that I know you're here. I've been doing it at different times, but we're doing the YouTube, going over to the YouTube. I'm playing with a new format here. So there, back to that. And I wanted to know how you're doing with your sourdough. I've got a couple questions today from a good friend. And she's like, what am I doing? Well, for one, you had to get you can sign up for the sourdough challenge. And why should you care about doing sourdough? You don't have to. It's actually just fun to play with. But it's the second dimension. It's I want to say probiotics. It's the good bacteria. Hi, Kim. It's the good bacteria that we use to pre-digest wheat to make into bread and good baked goods, really. It's something that our ancestors did, and this is the type of thing that I love to teach. And Kim, I just want to show you, we're spiffy now. We've got another camera on so that I can show things on the counter and then talk as well without trying to shift back and forth. So that's the things that we're playing with. This is the sourdough starter that I did today. I had someone call me and say, this is what I came up with. What happened? And there was liquid on the top. And I'm like, yeah, just stir that in. That means you're starting to get something happen. So that's a great thing. So you just add, as far as the sourdough goes, if you started just with flour and water, we're a couple days in, starting to bubble just a little bit in the warmth. And I'm going to add just a little bit more flour here and stir it up. I've got some, actually some energized water. And by the way, we're going to be doing, I'm going to write in the chat here, we're going to be doing energized water, what is next week. So I'm just going to put next week. And I'll be interviewing Peter Shank. He's going to be on Wednesday at 2 p.m. I'll announce that. Every day I'm kind of going on and we're kind of updating our sourdough, but also showing what I do in my kitchen. And I'm just playing with this format today, so thanks for bearing with me on this one. Oh, I've got bubbles in here. It means it's actually starting to pre-digest the wheat. And then we're making a starter. We're not making the dough right from this or a starter dough from this. We're actually making a starter to make a dough. So that's what happens with the sourdough here. I was really excited because I got a new kombucha grain. Actually, I got two of them. Where's the other one? Here it is. I did one in a darker tea and one in a lighter tea. And let me just try and show that in here just because I'm playing around today. I got one in a darker tea and one in a lighter tea. The top's not on that, so I can't tip it. But it's actually getting bubbly, and I'm going to be able... This one's gone faster. I'm not sure why, but I'm going to be able to drink this one right away. So I'm excited to actually chill this down and drink some kombucha. I haven't done a lot of this for a while. So I'm starting all these things back up. Now, what you may not have heard of, a lot of people have heard of kombucha, and I don't know where, yeah, these are, you probably can't really see that. Actually, if I take some out, which I can do, to show you closer to the camera, these are, they're sometimes called Japanese, let me see where the camera is here. They're sometimes called Japanese water crystals, and you probably can't see them very well there. But they're little kind of translucent globs of bacteria, really, is what they are. But when you put sugar in it, and the sugar is for them, not you, everybody gets concerned about the sugar, these are really cool little crystals that you make probiotic, I call it probiotic fizzy soda. So I'm going to put this starter, this is kind of makes its own starter, I'm going to put it in grape juice and have grape soda. I love it. I love the grape in here. You just kind of dump it in, and I can show people how to do that in another beverages segment. And then also what I've done too is I just got a whole pig and some back fat, and I rendered some of my own lard. Lard is a super good fat, and it's great to cook with. Aside from what my daughter says, it doesn't stink that much when you actually render it. You cut up the fat, put it in a pan, it kind of melts down and then turns into this beautiful white stuff. So this is actually lard that I just did a little bit ago. So hopefully if you're interested just in playing, you're not going to necessarily make bread, but boy, I posted on my culinary naturopathy page. On my culinary naturopathy page, I somebody posted some really yummy looking baked goods with cherry. And I thought, oh, that's really good. But what it calls for is a processed, already made croissant dough. And this is why this is another crazy thing to do, because you don't have to make bread. I'm going to teach you how to make English muffins as soon as we're done with this. But it also makes any baked good more digestible, and it might take a little longer to rise because the way they made this fast yeast was just to take some of the yeast from this and then just bump it up. So, but it doesn't pre-digest the grain. So using sourdough, you can do any baked good, a chocolate cake, pancakes, English muffins. I'm gonna try and give myself a challenge and redo what's on my culinary naturopathy page. Those they're like cinnamon rolls, but they're done with cherry. You can do cinnamon rolls too. I make cinnamon bread with this as well. So any baked good you can use this pre-digested starter with and come out with digestible baked goods. And that's what this is all about. I call it the superfood bread. So if there's anything that you can come on to my culinary naturopathy page. It's on Facebook, or you can message me at Cathy@lakeclearlodge.com. Let me put this in the chat now. I don't know how long that stays there afterwards. At lakeclearlodge.com. And tell me if there's anything that you want to see as far as cooking. We can do it online. We can do it together. Have some fun together. And yeah, over on lakeclearlodge.com. Let me put that there too. lakeclearlodge.com is my website, and the lodge itself, which many of you know about. And yeah, I love this chaga. I can't wait to make some chaga for myself after I get off the stream here. So thanks for coming in. Thanks for just kind of taking a look at this, and let me know what you're cooking now, what you'd like to see being done. In traditional food preparations, basically, that's what I specialize in, is traditional food preparations. So let me know if you'd like to see anything new. Playing with a new format here, so thanks for chiming in. Okay, bye bye. Have a good night, everybody.